Let's talk about the AI story. There's a headline coming through from the SML. I think it's the CFO saying the company's got all the materials it needs for the coming months. The hint there maybe being that it doesn't have the material beyond that because of potentially the tension between Europe, the United States and China. Does that have the potential to blow up the AI bubble? How nervous are you about what is happening in AI at the moment?
No, I think that's a really good point, as in these materials. I mean, this is part of the whole rare earths discussion and what's happening there, right? I mean, it's really China, U.S., to a degree Europe, but really China and the U.S. in an AI arms race as well, as much as anything else, right? We saw that with the DeepSeek moment earlier in the year, which, again, people have seemed to kind of move past. But I do think that if you look at how much of the investment that is going into AI, how much that is driving U.S. economic growth, which is what the rest of the world has really been reliant on for the last 4 years, in a sense. If that were to slow down, and by the way, we are already seeing a slowdown in year-on-year growth in data center manufacturing. So despite all the numbers being thrown around, it's saying, well, okay, if that's starting to happen already, where does this go? And to me, the fact that you have a company, OpenAI, who's losing about $10 billion a year, going up to, they're going to go through $115 billion of cash burn in the next 3 years, saying, on the other hand, we're going to spend $10 trillion equivalent on new power plants, building 250 gigawatts by 2033. These numbers, in a sense, don't really add up.
If they don't add up, where do I look to them not to add? Which asset classes are most vulnerable to the maths not working?
Well, most vulnerable, I think, would be equities, I think, clearly. Sure. But I think that's
in your world. In
our world, I think that, you would look at copper. I think there's been, a lot of demand that people are pricing in coming from there. Our CEO made the point yesterday, really, that, a lot of the core demand remains in sort of the more normal, air conditioning, refrigerators, whatever else. AI story is the future, but it's not yet the present, I think. And so you really need to see, okay, is that investment really going to materialize? But if it does come off, I think that's a real risk around some of these prices that are quite elevated. But that's why I think also where we come back to where we started, which is what gold and silver prices maybe are telling you.